Hi, it's Shelby again at CK Convention in Valley Forge. I'm going to show you how to use the Pearlescent paints, which are a great product because it's such an affordable thing and it's so portable. This large set is only $6 and the small set is only $4. Alright, so the first thing that I do is I just take a regular mister and I just spray the whole palette down. What I find is that I actually like to use a lot of the colors at once. Rather than take a brush one by one and add water, the mister really helps. And I just let the water sit on there for about 20 seconds and that softens up the cakes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a regular paintbrush from my local craft store. You don't need anything fancy. And I take some of the paint and I actually transfer it into the lid because it's pretty strong, and if I keep working from the cake then I'll go through my paints very quickly and I don't need to do that, so I'm just going to add it into the lid and keep adding water. After that it's just a matter of paint by number really. My 5-year-old could do this. So I stamped an image with a stamp, any ink, any paper, any stamp, and then I just paint it in as close as I can. Now, the more water I use, the more shimmery and clear it's going to be. But if I wanted to make it really opaque, I'm going to work right off of that cake. And you'll see on the other side that it's already starting to get darker. So I just keep adding water to the cake and I can go really, really dark. And it gets really shimmery. Now, what's fun is because they're watercolors, I can start to add other colors very easily and they'll blend on their own. You don't need to be an artist. Let's get a different color. I don't like that green. Here, we'll take that off. I'm going to go with a lighter green, I think. And you just dab some color on there, and when that dries, all I have to do is go with a clean brush. So you can see here where there's been gold added to this red. You just take a clean brush with just nothing but water. Now you want to take as much of that water off as you can because this is paper and you don't want the paper to buckle and warp on you. But then you just brush it all the way through and it'll blend on its own. So what's great about this is you don't need to be an artist. You can just start to add color. This example is already dry, so I'm going to start to add another color to that as well. And again, because it's watercolor, it blends very easily. Alright, finally, I'm going to go back to this original example over here. You can really go very, very opaque with this. If you look at this sample here, you can see how some of these are very opaque. Now what you do to get that stamped image to come back is, again, you're going to go over it with a clean brush, no paint, just some water. And what you do is you brush it against there, and what it'll do, it'll start to whisk away some of that paint. So you still get the blended colors, but you also get the detail. I put a little bit too much water on there, so I'm going to soak some of it up there. You get the original detail from the stamp, so you can just keep playing with layering colors and getting the original stamp out. So that's a great way to use pearlescent paints. Give it a try.